so you lock the door. But don't you stay that way.
No more living in no shadows. You and me, we know how that goes.
'Cause once you see it, oh, you'll never, never be the same.
Little bit of life is shining. Bottle up to keep on shining.
You can prove there's more to you. You cannot be afraid. Come alive, come alive. Go and light your life. Let it burn so bright. Reach it up to the sky. And it's open wide. You're electrified. And the world becomes a fantasy. And you're more than you could ever be. 'Cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. And we know we can't go back again to the world that we were living in. 'Cause we're dreaming with our eyes wide open. So come alive.
Good morning, Central Elementary. Today is Wednesday, November 15th, and we're about halfway through November, and here comes December. So today, for your weather, you can expect it to be mostly cloudy. A high of 62 degrees, so just a bit cooler than it has been this week, and 25% chance that we have some rain today. For lunch, you can expect to have pepperoni pizza, calzone, and cheese pizza. All right, here is your daily joke, Thanksgiving themed. Why did the turkey start a band? Because he had drumsticks. All right, birthdays today. Reese Hurt is turning 9 years old. So happy birthday, Reese. You're the only birthday today, so enjoy it. On to our special announcements. The Character Counts Word of the Month is citizenship. And I know we've been talking about this the entire month long so far. Today I want to talk about conflict resolution, and that kind of helps go along with being a good citizen. So when you resolve conflicts peacefully, whether it's through talking it out, finding compromises, or just seeking help from your teacher, all of those different things will help you guys. When you guys have something that goes on between you and your friend, we want to take some time to make sure that everyone has had the opportunity to talk about it and understand everyone's perspective and their feelings, and make sure that we are all getting along with each other and talk it out, find a way to compromise and make it better. On to our next thing. This is just a friendly reminder. I do want to remind you guys, we have been talking about reaching our 95% positivity goal, so that is super exciting. I hope that we are able to achieve that goal by the end of the school year. It's going to take us making little gains from here on out to the very end. So I don't expect that number to be 95% this week, but I do expect it to go up just a bit. That means we're making progress, and that's what we're looking for. So this is a reminder, though, as many of us are having field trips coming up. Don't forget about your field trip contracts that you guys signed at the beginning of the school year. So this may be a good time for your teachers to remind you what that contract says on it. Those did go home at the beginning of the school year. Your adults did sign those, and you should be aware of those as well. But it's a good time to review those, making sure we know what our expectations are. That way we can go on those field trips. On to our next thing. Our Dojo Big Ideas video was fantastic this week. And so Mojo recognizes when he is in the maze and supports his fellow monsters in the musical. And we learned a lot from that. So what I want you to think about today as we wrap this up, this is our last thing we're going to talk about with empathy. What steps did Mojo take to stay out of the maze? How can you stay out of the maze? So think about that for just a moment. What steps did he take to stay out of the maze? And now how can you stay out of the maze? Turn and talk. All right, I hope that you know ways that you can stay out of the maze, some of those techniques that you have when you begin to get upset, and what you can do to calm yourself down. All right, on to our next thing. We've been talking about our safe school and all the different things we do to ensure your safety here at school. So what I want to talk about for a moment is, if you hear something, make sure that you say something. You hear something that may be concerning, something that shouldn't be happening, make sure that you say something to an adult or a friend. And so I'm going to talk about the word bullying for just a moment. This is not something that we have a big issue with here at school, because a lot of you are great friends and you guys are always accepting of others. But I do want to talk about it. That way, in the event that something is happening, you know what to do. So, what is bullying? It is the persistent abuse of someone who's weaker. So that means we're constantly doing something to an individual. So the student who bullies watches for opportunities to pick on that person and makes them feel tormented or defenseless. And so there are certain individuals who are often targeted during bullying. And traditionally, we have thought of these victims as people that are not willing to step up and say something. But that's not always the case. It could be anybody. And so, what does bullying look like? And are you doing it to others? Have you accidentally done it and you don't even know it? It's hitting, it's kicking, it's pushing and hurting someone. It's using words to call people names, tease them, scare them, just writing mean things about them, breaking things of theirs, making fun of someone, leaving them out of a group, so not letting them participate in things. Maybe after school sending something over text messages or the social media that's not very nice, just putting others down. All of these different things are ways that we could be bullying each other. But keep in mind, these are things that we do consistently to an individual. This is not just one time. You have to be doing this consistently in order for it to be considered a bully. Because we do make some mistakes and maybe we say something that's hurtful, but that doesn't always mean that we are a bully. And so what should you do? A lot of us are bystanders when it comes to bullying. That means you have heard someone do that to another person, and that means you are a bystander because you witnessed it. And so what can you do if you are a bystander? So make sure that you let an adult know, any school staff members, parents, coaches, or even friends around you, hey, I saw something go on and I know it shouldn't happen. And so that's where it comes into play, is if you hear something, make sure that you say something. And with all of that being said, our district, Marshall County Schools, every single school in Marshall County has a code of conduct for all students that helps us identify what bullying is, and there are major consequences for it. So please be sure that you are letting an adult, if you know about bullying, what's going on. Keep in mind, we are not telling or we're not tattling on others, but it is okay to tell when things are happening. The difference between telling and tattling, we talked about that yesterday. And so make sure that you're doing your part and helping light the way for a safe school. On to our next thing, our expectation reminders. This is just a reminder during our dismissal time of how you could be responsible, making sure that you're walking on the right side of the hallway in a single file line. You should not be passing anybody, and then go directly to your designated spot. Our weekly quote is, citizenship is the chance to make a difference to the place where you belong, and you all belong here at Central Elementary. So I hope that you take an opportunity today to make this school a better place by making people, by doing kind things to other people. And so when you do that, it makes people feel welcomed. It makes them want to be part of this place because they want to come see you. So I hope that you are a good citizen in helping Central Elementary be the best school possible. At this time, we're going to go on to the pledge. So if you would, please stand for the pledge. This is a respectful moment, so we're on a voice level 0. Place your right hand over your heart and repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And while you're standing, let's say the school motto: the key to success begins with me. Respectful, responsible, and ready I'll be. Have a great day, boys and girls, and always know
I
that
see
you
it
are
in your
loved.
eyes. You believe that lie, that you need to hide your face. Afraid to step outside, so you lock the door. But don't you stay